with Jhazzy Wolf. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Good to see y'all.
Why they
Well,
call you?
I have to change it so I can see everything at the same time.
Why they call you Jhazzy Wolf?
Well, my name is Jhazzy, and then when I was making Instagram, I just added Wolf to the end of it, and then everybody just started calling me Jhazzy Wolf, so it just became a thing.
Hey, old boy said he about to hit them DMs up.
I heard.
Yeah, so you better he looking for a DM.
I'll be checking my DMs. I'll be looking.
So I want to say the last time I interviewed you was like 2017.
Yeah, it was when I was like first coming out with my first single, Everywhere.
So how you feeling now? How you feeling?
I'm feeling real good. I've been working real hard, perfecting my craft since then. Like I still haven't released too much music. I think I released maybe one song after that. Other than that, I was just building up my catalog. But now I'm getting ready to release my first EP on June 27th, my birthday. It's gonna be. I can't decide if it's gonna be 5 songs or 6 songs yet. I'm still trying to pick the track list, but I'm in the middle of perfecting it.
So describe Jhazzy the artist.
What was that?
Describe yourself as an artist, Jhazzy the artist. How would you describe yourself?
Well, I would say I'm a singer, songwriter. Some people will say I'm a rapper, but I don't think I'm a rapper. I do like a little bit of rap sing. My main genre would be like R&B, hip hop, but kind of like that, like independent vibe. Like all my music is about getting money, being independent, not needing relationships, always putting money first when it comes to relationships and just focusing on, my future, focusing on my bag and just fuck niggas, that type of stuff.
Yeah, ain't you like your I saw you, now I know you a little bit more. So I saw your dad's like super rich. He like an investor or something. I saw you.
Maybe he ain't super rich. He was in cryptocurrency. So he invented his own cryptocurrency coin called Affiliate back when like Bitcoin was going crazy, and now like the market is crashing and everything is changing. So he's just like a business owner. He be coming up with like these inventions like every year and trying to make it work. He's like, my dad's like a shark fish person. I tell him all the time he should go on Shark Fish because he's always trying to invent some shit.
What you be doing? I see what's your bag? Cause I see you be traveling and everything all the time. So what you into? Like you get money too. Shit.
I just be working, honestly. Like for a while I had a really good job. So I was doing a 9-to-5 and going to work every day. And then after work, I'll be working on my music. But eventually having a 9-to-5 was taken away from my creativity. I felt like I was working so much that my mind was so into my job that it was harder for me to be creative with music because I had a really good job. I was doing business development. So like every day I was coming up with all these ideas for this company. And then out of nowhere, I just started putting more into my music that I was like not doing as good as the job at my job. So I was like, I made the decision to just quit my 9-to-5 last year in July. And I haven't had a steady job since. I've just been kind of doing like here and there, Grubhub, Postmates, selling features, just online work, just anything I could kind of pick up because I don't know, just something about me having a job, going to work every day was just making me less successful in my music. I wasn't being able to put my all on music. I couldn't even write. I had like writer's block when I had a job. And then as soon as I quit my job, I went on a tour.
You wrote double album and shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as I quit, I went on tour with Busy Bone's nephew. His name is Cleve, the Harmony God. And I went on a road trip. We went to like Wyoming. We stopped in Arizona. We did a show with Denver. And after that, it just made me realize, you know what? If I'm going to do music and I need to put my all into it, I need to focus on it. And if it doesn't work, at least I'm young, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put everything I can into it now for as long as I can. I'm going to make the shit work. And
I quit my job on Friday.
Another 9-to-5 since.
I quit my job on Friday.
Oh, yeah? You better get that unemployment.
That weak-ass job.
You better file for unemployment because, the coronavirus.
I know. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, I'll ask you, but how you feel? Do you feel like you made a mistake or?
No, not at all. Sometimes, I was feeling like, damn, it was a hard adjustment because I was so used to waking up every day and going somewhere Monday through Friday. So then it took a lot for me to like realize I can make my own schedule, you know? So now I have a schedule. I go to the studio once a week. I work on music. I wake up and I set certain days for certain things. So it just made my life so much easier not having to commit to somebody else, having to commit to another establishment. Cause I don't know, I'll call out any day if it means my music. I'll fucking put my music over any job. And that was always my problem with work because something would come up and I'm calling out because I'm like wanting to go perform. I'm wanting to go to a network event. So then I'm like, man, fuck my job. I'm trying to go do this music.
So what's your goal with the music? Where you see yourself in like 3 years from now?
On tour, I really want to tour the world. I want to be able to make money off of my music and be able to travel while doing it so I can see the world. I really want to, my goal in my music is for women. I'm very like a woman activist in my music. I like to make music that women can listen to that empowers them instead of degrading women, like a lot of music that's out. So that's why I be talking about like fuck niggas, all this stuff, so women can listen to it, but guys still listen to it too, so that way they could still understand how women feel, because it's still lit. I try to make stuff that's like both people can listen to, but mainly my main target is women. But when I look at my analytic, it's like 50-50. So I want to be able to give back to the world with my music and give people something that they could feel and relate to when they're going through a hard time, or something that's going to motivate them when they just got out of a relationship. And then I want to make money off of it, go on a tour, travel the world, see the world, connect with my fans, donate money. I'm trying to build a bunch of different organizations for kids that's going to help children be more involved with music and help people be more involved with their artistic side as an outlet for, depression, anxiety, all type of stuff. But 3 years from now, I'm probably going to be working real hard, trying to figure out how I'm going to make all my ideas come to life. I'm probably going crazy. My hair going to be falling out. I'm going to have like a million ideas I'm going to try to get done at once. Right now, I'm just putting them all together. I like every day I go in my notebook and I just write down ideas. I got like business plans, just all type of stuff. I'm just waiting for this coronavirus to be over.
I would say, so what you saying, like you try to rep the women, well, you do rep the women. So what's the main thing you want us to know about y'all, what y'all be going through?
Whew.
I know that's a loaded question, but
that is a loaded question. My problem right now with this generation is men. They think that a lot of, maybe not all men, but a lot of men rely on women. They think that we're supposed to be like, their superwoman. We're supposed to be like their savior and like take in like all their problems and all their weight. So like the main thing in my music is kind of just letting men know like, hey, like we don't need y'all. We're not going to be taking care of y'all, while y'all sleep on the couch and then we working all day, cooking and cleaning up after you. It's more so like be independent as a woman and be independent as a man, and then we'll come together and be independent together. The whole like, I'm going to take care of you while you laying on my couch, that thing is out. I know too many women who get caught up by men and they waste so much time because they don't have their lives together. So women are always feeling like they have to be wifey, they have to be this like ride or die chick, and they like miss out on so many opportunities because here they are like sacrificing everything for this man who don't even know what the fuck he want in life. So it's always just like independence is key. Don't ever let, and it's not even just for men too, because some women like women, it's just don't let anybody steer you away from your goal and from your future and from what you love, because I can't tell you how many people I know that like putting all their everything they love to the side for some man, and then it don't work out. They end up leaving them, or they could just never get their life right, and here they are 3 years later like, I should have been doing this forever ago, because they're just wasting time. It's a lot of time that's wasted on trying to fix relationships with people, and I think that that's the wrong way to go when you're young. To focus more on.
Hey, I told you, Po, them youngsters don't be fucking around, huh?
Hell no, that's what we were saying. That's what we were saying. That's why y'all sitting there protesting.
They don't play no games. Like, look, them young kids out there like fuck
y'all
12.
Ain't got no patience, cause I ain't got no patience. So I know y'all ain't got no patience.
Yeah, you right. I've been watching the videos. I'm not participating in any protests. I'm not gonna be out there participating in it. But I'm watching, and I got my friends out there, and they are like.
Yo, I just saw a picture that shit said when I turned 11, and after I turned 11, I turned 13 because I don't fuck with 12.
Yeah, I heard
I saw that.
And you still in San Diego?
They wilding.
Jhazzy?
No, I'm in Marietta. I'm like an hour away.
But did you see how that one chick in La Mesa, she got a fucking rubber bullet shot in her head and she died?
I didn't see that she died, but I did see she
died.
got a rubber bullet in her head.
Shit in her head. I mean, even from the picture, it looked like she died regardless. I don't see nobody living from no shit like that.
You know, I'm seeing posts and people are like saying like they're encouraging, like go out and like die for this if you have to. People are
I mean, you're gonna have some people but you're gonna have some people that will.
I'm just, my whole thing is like we was talking about, somebody said that why are we still trying to do the same stuff that they was doing in the 60s? They was doing this shit in the 60s.
You know what? That's
so
what
60 years later, we still trying to do the same thing?
Like the progress right now kind of just sucks. And you know, another point that I was just thinking about yesterday is in other countries, the police brutality is not the same. The police is not fucking anybody like they are here.
They don't even got guns. They don't even got
other
guns
countries
dealing with this shit.
I said that too. Like in Mexico or Brazil, if they see the cops beating on somebody like that, they gonna beat that cop ass. They don't play that shit because it's like it's a certain. I mean, it's like street justice. It's like I said, right is right and wrong is wrong. My whole thing anyway. Before this riot shit, why is them cats in there recording that dude dying and not doing nothing? They saying they just
you could have easily pushed him
a rock. You could have ran over there and just pushed his ass.
I would have did something, but it's probably because that they were scared. There was other police around, you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen videos too where that's how somebody got killed because they are, you know, trying to help somebody that the police is you know, beating up, and then the police pull their gun out and they're like, stand back, and they're not standing back, and then the police is shooting them because they feeling threatened. So I think that's part of the reason why people record too, because they get too scared to even engage, because it's like these motherfuckers is already being violent, so what am I gonna do now? I'm supposed to go get involved too, because then maybe I'm gonna die. I don't know.
I guess the protesting stuff is like, man, if you don't protest, your only option is, man, you gonna die if you do anything other than protesting that's considered violent against the police. Like the thing is, if it's 500 cops out there and it's 10,000 of y'all. I mean, if y'all want to go above and beyond and protesting, y'all could try to fuck those 500 cops up. Some of y'all gonna probably die though, but at the end of the day, y'all probably would be victorious over these 500 cops versus y'all 10,000. But don't nobody want to be that one that's gonna possibly die though.
Well, I was thinking about like what even is like, what do people expect like after the riot? Like, what's gonna happen after everybody riots? Like all
back to reality.
Like the laws are gonna change.
No.
Are they gonna put like? Are we gonna vote or something for police brutality? Like, I get the whole like bring awareness. Like we need to go out and fight for our peace, but it's like, where are the conversations about the solution? Like at this point, I think everybody's fucking aware. Everybody knows what's going on. Fair. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's formed their own opinion. I think it needs to be more so like, okay, the riots are over. I think people need to, like, the communities need to be organizing meetings and having debates and voting and petitioning, not going out in the street and holding up signs, because it's like, okay, everybody knows what the fuck is going on. Everybody knows the police is killing everybody. It's time for the conversations and like somebody to like write down like a fucking plan on how it's gonna change.
They need a police for the police for one. I'll tell you that. You gotta have somebody. If you look, and that goes for any company, any organization. If you ain't got nobody policing nobody at the top, it's gonna be corruption, man. So if I work at, like, I was in the military, man. So I was when I worked at the headquarters for the Marines. shit, we giving everybody the rules they should follow, but we breaking them at headquarters because we the ones made them. Who gonna tell us we breaking the rule if we the ones that's in charge?
Man, especially like with those cops, a lot of those cops, you gotta keep it funky. A lot of them cops was punks growing up. So you get them people power. I guarantee you that dude that killed that dude, he was probably like dude getting bullied growing up.
Man, you know he killed like 4 people on the job.
Yeah, so he was like, I want to be a cop so I can have power. You got people you got so many cops like that do that shit, that want that power and abuse it. It's people with regular ass jobs that get power and abuse it. So imagine once you're a cop and you get power, how you do something.
But look, you know what? They had this. Go ahead.
That either. Like, I've been stopped at the border one time when I was in Mexico, and they searched my whole car, and they found empty weed capsules, and I was a little bit scared, thinking like, fuck, like,
yeah.
think maybe I'm trying to smuggle marijuana or something into their country, but I was not nearly as scared dealing with them than I am when I get pulled over, or even just anytime just talking to a fucking police. Scared dealing with these police. They was actually reasonable. Like, I didn't feel threatened like I would have if I was here in my own. And that just kind of blew my mind too, because at that point they saw that it was empty weed capsules, and they just let me continue on to go to Mexico. But just to think like, damn, like that was way easier than dealing with cops in America. Because if they would have pulled me over on the way back from America with empty weed capsules, though, it would have been fucking over for me. It would have
been a wrap.
Life, I would have had to be fighting a case for something that they know is fucking legal, you know?
But you know, man, this is a funny thing. If this was happening in an disproportionate level with white people, there already been a couple of white people that would have went and just killed a cop for no reason. Like, I mean, just killed a cop for the cause. Because I was just watching this. I would just read this story about this guy, man. He moved into this neighborhood. He was checking the sex offender registry, and he saw this dude that lived 2 doors down from him was a sex offender, but he saw him like peeking into the playgrounds at the schools and shit. So he watched him for a couple days. He would just go stand at the park, stare at the kids in the school. So he said he followed him home. He saw he had a play set in his backyard for kids, the little swing shit. So he said, yo, how the fuck this weirdo got a swing set in his backyard, and he a registered sex offender for molesting kids? So you know what he did? The next day when he saw him, he killed him.
And he got away with it, right?
He got arrested, but like he said, he told the judge, like, look, I did this so other kids won't get hurt.
Right. He got away with it.
So he ain't get sentenced yet, but they saying like he probably gonna get a lot of leniency from the judge.
Heroes like that out here.
That's what they said. They said now all heroes wear capes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But something like that, he'll probably go to court. They probably won't give him that much time. But if we was to say, you know what, I'm afraid for my life because this cop pulled me over, and you was to shoot one of them, you ain't getting no leniency because you black.
Yeah.
But yeah, that meant
it's a crazy world we live in. Like, I've been to Brazil, and I was there during the carnival, and I was like walking around on the street with alcohol like in my cup, walking right past the police, able to drink in public. They weren't saying nothing. Just coming from America, at first I was scared to even walk past the police with alcohol, because I'm thinking like, oh my God, they're gonna see me that I'm drinking in public, and they're gonna come and try to talk to me and try to arrest me, because here they are. In Brazil they walk around with like AK-47s and shit, because
they got bigger problems than that. They got bigger problems than the alcohol.
Yeah, but they wasn't tripping. They was looking at me, probably trying to fucking flirt with me.
Yeah.
Like, turn up, like they in the street.
They ain't
like,
see color. They ain't see color on
you. Yeah, they didn't see any of that. So it was just like, it was just a little bit culture shocking to know, like, how can I be in another country and see, big bad police officers with these guns and not feel as threatened when I'm around, these little fat, pigs, and they don't have the same type of guns. And I feel way more scared because these people they killing people with their bare hands and shit,
Yeah, I seen a cop shoot a guy out here because he like you said, he was fat and couldn't catch old boy. Old boy took off on his ass.
Yeah,
shot him in the back
and pulled his gun out, because at that point cops, they turned into.
Said he thought it was a taser.
Oh my God! See that?
They say your taser yellow, bro. You know if you got your taser in your hand.
Oh my God. Isn't that a fucking excuse? They
Let's go
fucking.
on one of the songs though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
We
this
got
is my music from my new EP. This is my cover. This is gonna be the cover for my EP.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's dope.
Who you said made it for you?
Jhazzy. And then I got my tattoo right here is on my hand, so I incorporated that on my eye.
Okay. Oh, okay. Who made the art, the graphic for you?
So it's this girl that I have found on Instagram. Her name is Bald Baby on Instagram. I just found her maybe a year ago, and I just have always been going to her for all my cover art. She's really quick with consistency. So if y'all are ever looking for cover art, hit me up and I'll refer you to her. She got this done in about a week. And I told her exactly what I wanted. And before she sent me any finals, she sent it to me and made sure I liked what I wanted, fixed up anything I needed to be fixed, and her lead time is like a week. It's hard to find somebody that's getting shit done fast for a good affordable price,
Yeah.
You and Poe need to have a smoke session.
We smoking right now.
I've
been smoking. I'm on my third.
What you got? Is that a joint?
Yeah, it's a joint. Put backwood in because I'm a little bit out of weeds, so I just put my little bit of weed and some doobies, and then some backwood. And it's almost like a backwood.
Oh shit! All right,
what song you gonna play?
All right, we got Beautiful Nightmare. We got Petty. Which one you want to go into? You want to hit them with the Petty first or the Beautiful Nightmare?
Go hit them with Petty first. So Petty it's like a fuckboy song. It's like, fuck niggas, get money. I don't want to deal with no broke boys. I'm only worried about my money, and you can't talk to me if you broke.
All right, bet. Let's get into it. Y'all heard it from her first. Let's get it.
Superstar, what the fuck have you created?
I woke up feeling petty, screaming fuck all of my old hoes. I don't do no pose unless you talking about a photo. Picture perfect recap, you can catch it all in slow-mo. Talk about a fuck boy, that's a no-go. 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 That's a no-go.
Superstar.
Talk about a fuck boy, that's a no-go. See, I'm just trying to get it, they was doubting me. And now I got them screaming about what couldn't be. Watch your ass stack all these bands. Watch your ass work through these plans. I do this shit they can stand. So independent, I don't need a man. Give this shit no nation, call me the man. Yeah. Call me the chef, I'm cooking it. Call me the rapper, I'm booking it. My money, I'll be a shit, can't fit. Can't have that bread and that brought me my shit. We going to Vegas to can't have my chips. They headed to Europe, I like taking trips. I always dreamed that I would be the prince. I always knew that money come with right-ons. And you know that money talks, so yeah, I saw them. Yeah. I woke up feeling petty. I woke up feeling petty, screaming fuck all of my old hoes. I don't do no pose unless you talking about a photo. Picture perfect recap, you can catch it all in slow-mo. Talk about a fuck boy, that's a no-go. 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 Talk about a fuck boy, that's a no-go. We don't fuck with broke boys, that's a no-go. Make him drop off that deposit or he's fired, that's a no. So ain't worried about no niggas, all my bitches getting rich. I might hit them and I'm passing, we ain't tripping over shit. Married to getting money, fuck it, some niggas missing. Married that fuck nigga, now he shot to get missing. If I ever left you, I know for a fact you missing. These niggas be broke as fuck, I'm just glad I text them my bitches. If she ain't busy, she broke. I know they gon' run my way just like a boat. I need to go. Bitches can't see me like gold. Top bitches be broke, but be doing the most. Broke bitches make me so sick. $1 million conversation, little bitches.
Who is that?
This right here is my homegirl Kalaya.
Yeah, she right.
She go hard. About a broke boy, that's a no-go. No, that bitch just dodged a bullet from my ex. He tried to shoot his shot but miss.
Spit,
That's my anthem. I just woke up one morning and I was feeling like real petty. I was like, man, fuck all my old hoes. And then I wrote a song about it.
why you call them hoes?
Because that's what happens when you get out of a relationship. The boyfriends turn into hoes. They get single and then they start fucking with like every single bitch. And they start lying about everything.
If they single, why they gotta lie about it?
Cause you know,
You still got
my
questions?
generation, I'm about to turn 22. So
Yeah.
I'm not even a millennial. I'm Generation Z. But my parents were younger, so I always hung around older people. So I like to think I'm a millennial. But if you think technically, I'm just like the generation right behind it. And like men in my age group, it's like, I don't know. I was raised real old school. Like, you know, they're supposed to open the door for you. They're supposed to walk
Hell
on.
no, they ain't doing that right now.
Shit, I said, how old was you when we did the first
Nobody-
interview then?
No, exactly. Men are not doing that no more.
doing
So it's
that.
like, that's why I'm just encouraging to women, like, don't get caught up with these boys because they're not. I don't
Chivalry
know,
is
like
dead.
the ethics are changing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sure.
And like my mom always told me, like, if you're gonna move in with a man, like either you're gonna pay 50-50 or you move into his house and he pays the bills. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you help out with the bills and you do the groceries. These days men are just, they ain't even paying.
Nah, but you already said earlier that you want
out to dinner.
two independent people. And a man thinking he got an independent woman, he gonna want you to open your own door. He gonna open his. Y'all get in the car and take off.
Encouraging the women, don't even fucking worry about none of that. Get your own and
Yeah.
let them have their own. And you know, when they ready and you ready, then that's when you can combine, when you already have your empires together. This whole like, let's figure it out together, let's like struggle together and like both try to like follow our dreams and figure out who we are together. That shit is a toxic relationship. That's
all day.
That's how old was you in that first interview we did? How old was you then? I didn't know you was that young. You was like, what, 17, 18 then?
17, 18.
Damn. So when you started, that's when you first started?
That's when I first started doing music seriously, when I was 17 years old. My dad kicked me out of the house and he wanted me to come back, but I didn't want to come back. I ended up moving with my friends to San Diego. He lived in Orange County at the time. And I moved to San Diego. I was going to online school, so it was easy for me to just leave the house and, you know, get a job and move out. So I moved out. I started doing music full time. I started going to open mics like every single night. I opened up a studio with my roommates that I have. We all invested into a studio. So I was just really learning how to build a business and build a brand, and at the same time practicing performing and writing music. And I was just always taking things really serious because I knew I needed to do things the right way if I wanted to be successful in the industry. I didn't want to just be out here, you know, releasing songs and just doing it for fun. I always wanted to make a career out of it so it could be like, you know, putting food on my plate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you're gonna be all right because you already know the business pretty good.
Yeah, thank you very much. I've been trying to learn. That's why I was working so hard. I was getting, you know, jobs in business development, jobs in marketing and sales, so I could learn how to speak and sell things. So then when it came to my music, you know, I knew how to have serious conversations. I knew how to negotiate deals. I knew how to brand myself. I knew how to come up with ideas that are gonna actually make money versus, because a lot of people have good music, but they don't know what the fuck to do with that. I know so many people who are so talented and they have good music, but they don't know the right steps to take. So they're not getting anywhere. They're not making any money. They're just doing it for fun, when, you know, if they were just being just a little bit smarter and like actually being strategic about it, they could be very successful, even if it's not on a mainstream level.
So you don't have a manager?
Nope, I don't have a manager right now.
Should artists have managers?
I am signed to a label called Low Life Entertainment. It's not like a big deal, like, you know, I'm not signed to like Warner or anything. It's just a deal that I have with a studio. It's called Low Life Entertainment, and the engineer is called, his name is Dakota. He goes by Low. He does music too, so that's why I go to the studio every week. I put in work there. Get my studio time is taken care of. My mixing and mastering is taken care of, so I could really just focus on recording my music and building the content, so I don't have to be worrying about investing a lot of money into it. Because if I was paying for studio time, it's, you know, on average it's about $50 an hour, and as a singer I'm needing like at least like, you know, 6 hours a session. That would be fucking breaking my bank. So I signed a deal with the label, giving them a little small percentage of my music, so that way, you know, I'll pay them back later through my music, so I can just record the fuck out of everything and just really focus on building my content.
So I'll be asking the guests, if you got $1,000, how would you try to flip it?
If I had $1,000, I would invest it straight into my music, to be completely honest with you. I would probably spend it on a music video and like wardrobe. I would spend it on maybe merchandising something, but most likely a music video. I put into music. I find like a really good videographer, pay like $500 to $600 for it, and then use the rest of the money on wardrobe and promotion and marketing, and maybe paying other people who need to be involved in it.
How would you market it?
Well, I'm still trying to learn how to market music videos right now, so that's not what I'm too sure about. I would probably pay or find a way for me to put it on World Star. I would do targeted posts, post it everywhere. I would get it on blogs. I would get a bunch of blogs written about it. I would find social media influencers who already have a lot of followers to repost it for me. All my friends, all my fans, I would ask them, you know, personally, please, can you repost it? And then like every day I'll be just spamming the fuck out of everything. Watch my music video, watch my music video. And then maybe, you know, maybe I would put some money into a business that's a professional, somebody professional that marketing music videos, and invest a little bit of money into that.
Listen, like that 1,000 ran out.
It just depends. I don't know. I would have to really like think about it and do the budget. But for the most part, it would be the wardrobe, the marketing. Wardrobe wouldn't be too expensive though. It wouldn't be that much.
All right, then DJ Perry got a question for you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Sean first want to see if you gonna outdo him with this question.
Oh yeah, nah. So basically, you got a dinner party. You can invite 3 people. So you can invite one person that's alive, one person that's dead, and one fictional person. Who would you bring, and what would you serve them?
Yeah, that's a hard question because man, that sounds fun. Maybe I would want like a fictional person.
Yeah.
Probably like Peter Pan, because I like Peter Pan. I'd be cool. Or maybe like Willy Wonka, or
okay, yeah.
the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. Like somebody like that. Like somebody like.
He gonna be bringing some like weird drugs with him if he bring that motherfucker here.
He bring cocaine, huh?
He bringing some hallucinogen.
And then for somebody who's dead, probably Amy Winehouse, because I love Amy.
Yeah, she hard. I like her.
I just love her.
I like her music, yeah.
Want to have a conversation with her and ask her what the fuck was going on at dinner. And then somebody who's alive, probably Rihanna.
Okay, that'd be a nice little dinner right there. What you gonna cook for him though?
I would make some one of my favorite dishes, which is loaded mac and cheese with chicken.
Oh
with
yeah. We got
some loaded shrimp mac and cheese.
Yo, we got a place out here in Brooklyn. It's called the Mac Shack, and they got all these different type of loaded mac and cheese. That shit fire.
Man, my bro Pookie, he goes by Pookie Effin' Rude. That's his name. He's a promoter. He makes these Pookie plates, and that's what it is, a loaded mac and cheese. And he's got like special like Pookie sauce that he uses in it. and he sells them. They're $20 a plate, and every time I go and I get a plate, it's like lines out the door, like cars like lined up. And he does it. He like doesn't have a restaurant or anything. He just does it out the house. And every time he does it, it's like, oh my gosh, so many people are going crazy over these Pookie plates because they're so good.
You put some crack in there. That's what you putting in there. What's that special sauce about?
I know what the special sauce is, and I'm
You
not
can't
gonna
say nothing though. Yeah.
I know what it is because, and he doesn't. I don't even think he knows I know what it is because I was around him when he was cooking it, and I was paying attention. I'm like trying to look at the special recipe, and I seen it. I seen
you was eye hustling. That's what you was doing, huh?
I'm like, I'm gonna make this at home now.
For sure. And so we appreciate you coming. And what's your Instagram? I'll put it in the chat so people can follow you.
It's Jhazzy Wolf.
All right.
And just my name spelled a little different. It's Jhazzy with the H after it, like Jhazzy. So Jhazzy, and then Wolf.
Right.
You can find me too. I have a website too. If you guys want to check out more of my music, it's jhazzy.com. You can see I got a music video. I did a song with this artist from not from San Diego, from Riverside. His name is Radio Bass. He signed a Too Short. We did a music video in Mexico. And I have another music video that I did. It's called Wealth with some other artists from Denver. And then all my songs.
What's the Wolf about?
Well, you know, wolves are one of my favorite animals. So that's why I added it to the end of my name on Instagram. And I used to have this husky that I got in Mexico, and we never knew what she was. We always thought maybe she was a wolf hybrid. She looks like this. She looks like in the picture above in my background. And she was an inbred. We found out she was an inbred, so she ended up passing away. So I just love wolves. And before I even had the husky, I already was Jhazzy Wolf. So then I really just started incorporating it in my music even more. That's why I came out with my new logo, which is my head with a wolf over it, because it resembles so much when on a personal level, and just the whole way that wolves live, just their protective skills. You know, the women go out to hunt. I'm really infatuated with it, and they're beautiful animals. And I like some.
Yeah, we had somebody in the chat. They know of Pookie F. Said he a cool. That's a cool one right there.
Yeah, he's like a brother to me. I went to Vegas with him last summer, and Radio Bass was there, and he's an artist who signed it Too Short, and he was cooking them Pookie plates, and I've just been on him ever since.
Yeah, that shit must be good. Plate $20 for a plate. It must be good.
Yeah, I know. And I'll pay the $20 for the plate because that's just how fucking good it is. Yeah. Sometimes I'll be like, let me get it for $15 though, and then put a little bit extra.
For real?
Personally, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I should get like a little.
Like I'm out here spreading the word too for you.
Right.
I need a plug.
I know like 5 of these people here came here because of me. Where's my extra?
Sure. We appreciate having you on though.
Yeah, you got to come back.
Thank you for having me, for sure.
Right. No doubt.
All right, I'm gonna write them out.